Today we are blessed to present the insightful conference entitled Two Friends on Between Master and Disciples, held in English.
Của trời đất vào xuân, ta gửi tình trên cánh bướm, bay về cõi thanh thang, có người đẹp như giấc mộng.
Okay, listen. We read some story, okay? One. Last time I promised you.
Thank you, Master.
Thank you, Master.
This story is also from the Jewish folklore. I just like it because it's simple, yeah?
Yes.
I just like stories anyway. Since I was young, I already like stories. You know, it's interesting.
Yes,
Yes, it
Master.
is.
And exciting and lifts you up out of your mood a little bit.
Right.
Yes,
You are.
Master.
Makes you laugh, makes you cry, and just helps get out of your roots for a while, huh?
Yes.
So this story is titled Two Friends, Hai Người Bạn. In one of those cities, there were two friends, two special friends. That their wondrous and incredible or strange friendship is well known to everyone else. At that time, a war broke out between their two countries.
Oh, wow. Yes.
Yeah. And both of them, each was captured and imprisoned by the other king's army.
Yes.
Master.
So both of them are imprisoned in the enemy's country, in different countries.
Yes.
Master.
After some time, one of the friends is set free. Then he began to travel to the capital of the other country, not his country, yeah? The other country.
Yes, Master.
The so-called enemy's capital, in order to visit his friend. He probably didn't know that his friend is in prison. He traveled there just like usual. So the king of that country heard that there was a person from the enemy land who came to his country. So he presumed that that person must be a spy. So he ordered to bring this friend in for execution. Yeah?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, of course. The king's men immediately caught this guy and brought him out to the execution area.
Yes.
On the way to the execution, this person was going to be beheaded. He had a request. He said, please, he requested that he should be brought to see the king because he has one thing very important to tell the king, because it's the last wish of the dead man walking.
Yes.
So the people of the king brought him to see him. He prostrated flat at the feet of the king, asking to delay the execution. The king asked him, but why? Suppose I accept it. What is there for you? So he begged the king, Your Majesty, formerly, before I came here, I was a very famous businessman in the city where I live. But all my goods and my money are in the hands of all the shop owners that they have bought for me by credit. They did not pay anything. I have loaned to them also. But I never forced them to make any debt paper. If you kill me now, my wife and children will be in a starving situation. They will not know what to do because they do not know whom I give the money to, or I give the credit, or I loan money to. And even if they know it, they would not have any way to prove it, to prove that she is my wife or anything at all. So, Your Majesty, I beg you to open your merciful heart. Please, before you kill me, please let me go home for a while, just a very short while, and then I will collect all the debt so that my family will have the conditions to continue to survive after I die and never come back again. Meaning after he left the world.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, and never come back. The king asked him again, but how do I know for sure that you will come back here? Huh? You are asking something impossible because you asked me that I have to trust a person who has the death sentence, that I should let you go. And then you would come back here to be killed? Who would believe this? What are you saying? But the king was not bad, eh?
Yes.
He has patience, and he did not wave his hand immediately and say, take him out and kill him. Huh?
Yes.
He was patient and he talked nicely. Yeah? So the prisoner said, the dead man walked in and said, Your Majesty, in your capital, I have a friend, and this friend of mine will definitely be willing to guarantee that I will come back.
Right.
He will guarantee that I will come back, one of your citizens. And immediately the king orders for that person to come in front of him. And then, of course, he came. And the king asked this newly arrived friend, hey, are you willing to guarantee for this person? He is the one who is already sentenced to death, and he wants to go back home for a while to arrange his business. If he won't come back to be executed on time, will you die for him instead? So the friend said, Your Majesty, I'm very willing to be the replacement of my friend here. If he doesn't come back on time, the day that you have ordered, I will accept my death for him.
Oh. Wow.
So the king heard that. So he let the one who is sentenced to death to go home for 1 month.
Oh, wow.
And during this time, he, of course, he imprisoned his friend. Huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he was thinking, I really want to see such a strange phenomenon in this world, that a person is really willing to die for his friend. Oh, such a thing really exists. So after 30 days, the time was up. After 30 days, there was no sight of the friend, of the person who was sentenced to die. The one who went home,
Yes.
Yes.
no sight of him.
Yes.
The sun was almost set. The king ordered the replacement, the friend,
Yes.
the other friend from the prison, and brought him out to behead.
Oh.
At the moment that the axe was already trying on the neck of the prisoner and almost lifted up to bring it down, to chop the head of that prisoner, then everyone heard a very loud acclamation everywhere in the whole capital that the one who is sentenced to die is already here, has returned. He probably asked everybody to please shout loud for him because he wasn't there yet. So then immediately this person, the Walking Dead person before, immediately went to present himself to the king, and then immediately he ran to the execution area, the place where the execution was to take place. At that moment, he yanked the axe from the neck of his friend and put it on his own neck. But the other friend yanked it back from him. And then both of them were yanking, back and forth, and wrestling with each other, determined to take the axe away for themselves.
Wow.
At that moment, he yanked the axe from the neck of his friend and put it on his own neck. But the other friend yanked it back from him. And then both of them were yanking back and forth, and wrestling with each other, determined to take the axe away for themselves.
Wow.
Both of them demanded that it is for him to die. And then from the window of the palace, the king saw such a thing, so strange. He was shocked, and surprised, facing such an incredible friendship like that.
Yes.
It is above and beyond anything that he has ever seen in his life up to now. Not only the king, but all his court officials were all very, very, very surprised, very shocked. So the king ordered the axe to be taken away. And then he released both of them.
Wow.
Well, he should, my God, they did nothing wrong.
Yes.
Yes.
We just presumed to be a spy, but he's not, right?
Right.
Yes, that's true.
So after that, the king gifted them with many, many beautiful presents and valuable gifts. And then he also announced her, I have never seen such a love like this between two friends. And I wish that I myself become a friend of both of you.
Wow.
You understood, huh?
Yes,
Yes.
Master.
Not too vexing to listen to my choppy speak. Okay.
No, Master.
So the king wanted to become friends with these two friends. Both of them. Yeah. Facing this kind of request from the king, the two friends has no choice but have to happily accept. Have to happily accept it. Yeah, okay. Right, end of the story.
Very good story. Thank you, Master.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Oh, yes. Good story. Yes.
There is another similar story in 1001 Nights also. Okay. Isn't that nice to have such a selfless and noble friendship?
Yes, Master.
You could find such a friend in your life,
Yeah.
in the whole world, that you have such a friend. Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, my God. I say it to you already, not even family members are always willing and ready to die for the other family members.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
Master.
right.
This I wish the Ukrainian and the Russian people develop, this kind of friendship.
Right.
I wish that they could develop this friendship. Dying for each other, not making others die.
Yes, Master.
If he have to die, die for the others, not to make others die and suffer. I hope the Russians hear me. I hope Putin hears me. They pain me so much that I don't even know day from night. I can't even eat well. It tastes like nothing, the food at the moment. Yeah, the other day I told you I was disappointed because the food didn't taste good. I thought it was only that day because I was disillusioned watching the yummy and mouth-watering cooking show, and then I went and made a sandwich and it tasted like nothing. I thought because it's not the same food. It's not the same food as on Supreme Master Television.
Right.
But it continued this way.
Oh.
Yeah, before that and after that. I have food, I just don't even look at it. Don't feel good. My God, I think too much of the people who died suddenly. Okay, the innocent, the pure ones, we can take care of their souls. But those who die too fast and they did not have time to prepare to clean themselves, they have trouble. They are wandering around or floating on top of hell or don't even know what's happening to them. And that is the dead. And the living also do not fare better. Your fellow initiate in Ukraine wrote to me saying that many places don't have water, don't have any food, nothing.
У нас нет электричества, у нас ничего есть, у нас нет ничего, медикаментов, ничего нет.
They're trapped in the war zone and they can't get out. They have no means to get out. They don't have telephone or anything. Terrible things, and I cannot get all of this out of my head. I try to. When I'm working, I forget. When I'm not, I try to get something to eat. It doesn't taste good. Just today, I warmed up my food, but it's still there.
Oh.
Yeah. I wanted to eat, but I did not feel like it. And then we have a conference, and so I forgot all about it. Before that, there was something else, so I didn't have time to eat. And then when I wanted to eat, I did not feel like it. And now we have a conference, so I thought, forget about it. I don't feel like eating even now. Not that I have eaten anything since I don't know when. You see, war affects everybody, yeah?
Yes, Master.
And I'm very sensitive with all this. I'm so sensitive. I imagine everything. I saw all the babies, children dying, people, their heads blown away and their arms broken, just dying on the street in the dirt like that, through no fault of their own. Nothing. They have done nothing wrong. And I saw that, on the screen, and just makes me sleepless. I was very tired last night even. I wanted to sleep, but I could not. I could not even meditate very well.
Oh.
It's very terrible for me. I hope the war ends soon, otherwise I don't know if... I asked heaven, why don't you just kill me, because I don't know how long I can bear all this suffering in the world. So I wish people would have such a friendship like this. Yeah. In Vietnam, we have a famous, I don't know if it's Vietnamese or Chinese, who is the one that when his friend went away, he put up the bed. He didn't let anybody sleep on it. Quảng Trọng, huh? Who was it? The two friends?
管仲鲍叔牙.
Quảng Trọng Bao Su Ya. They both are very, very close friends. And whenever his friends gone away, I think Bao Su Ya, went away, then Quảng Trọng went away, any one of the friends went away. The other friend hung the bed up so that nobody would sleep on it, only for his friend. And then when they did business together and one of the friends took more profit than him, and people criticized him, they say, oh, he's cheating you, he took more money than he should have. So he said, no, he has elderly and sick mother. He has to take care. That's why he must take more money.
Yes, Master, Master.
Not that he would say, oh, yeah, he cheated me, yeah? He knew. Even though his friend didn't say anything. But he defended his friend.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
He said, no, he has a mother. Is that story correct, what I said?
Yes.
Yeah, if not, please tell me so we can change it. Huh? All right then. Any questions, any comments on this story? How do you feel? Or what does it make you feel? I know you want to have a friend like that.
Yes.
That's for sure.
For sure, yes.
Yes.
But you have one, no?
Yes, Master.
Yes, we do.
We have you, Master.
You only have Master.
I'm not your friend. I'm just a master.
You are our everything.
Yes.
Wow. Sweet talk. Good, good.
That's true, Master.
Yeah, just... I would die for you, but I wonder if anybody would die for me.
Oh, we would, for sure.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, I believe you. But let's hope that we don't have to go to that situation.
Yes.
You don't need to, huh? I just have to take care of myself, so you don't have to do that. That's why I cannot just do too many things. I cannot even appear, okay?
Yes.
All right. Okay, any questions? Any comments? Any feelings? Or do you just keep it all to yourself? No sharing? Hello? Are you here?
We're thinking.
Yeah, it's a touchy story, touching story.
Yes,
There's not much to explain, really, yeah?
Yes.
Just that we all wish that the world has such friendship.
Right.
Right, yes.
Between neighbors or between acquaintances, between family members at least, yeah?
Yes.
And on a larger scale, between countries. Hmm?
Right,
That's
Master.
right.
Neighboring countries, at least.
Yes, Master.
Yes.
Oh man, we are all adults. And do we need to learn this kind of children's story? Still don't wake up. My God, in every country there are beautiful stories to read and to tell.
Yes,
Yes.
Master.
Yes.
Every country has beautiful stories similar to this, I'm sure.
Seems like the king learned something from their friendship, and maybe he would pass it forward and make friends with other nations and make peace.
Yeah. So even anybody who comes to his country, he will welcome and not put them in prison or job head.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. Oh my God, lah. So scary in the old times. They just chop your head like that without asking you anything, without any proof, without any court case.
That's right.
Yeah, this is a problem. You know, I feel the most sorrowful thing is that this world could have been a paradise. It's truly like that. Because we have an abundance of everything, ample food and natural resources.
Yes.
It's just we developed in the wrong way. You know, the one who invented dynamite is a Nobel, right?
Nobel Prize.
No, his name is Nobel. That's why they name it after him. Because he left his fortune from what he earned from that for peace. That's from his fortune, if I remember well. You know, made it like a trust fund. And so they use this money that he happened to amass because of what he discovered, invented, dynamite.
Yes, Master.
So that's why we have the Nobel Peace Prize. That's what I thought I remember. He left his fortune behind and the will that it would be used for peace and to award anyone who contributed to the good of the world and for peace.
Yes.
Yes.
People use dynamite for the wrong purpose.
Right.
Yes.
Maybe that's why he feels so bad.
Right.
He feels guilty.
Yes. Yeah.
So whatever he earned from that, he left behind for peace reward.
Yes.
For whomever contributes to the world, not destroy the world.
Yes.
That was good. Good idea. Okay then, if you have no more to share, anybody?
The story reminds us of the friendship between King Arthur and Merlin.
Oh yes, also. Yes. Also, yes. So they're both very good for each other, with each other. And even the prince also sacrificed a few times for Merlin, and Merlin did the same. Both of them. It's true. I forgot about that. Yeah.
đã mấy lần thu sáng công viên chiều qua rất nắng chuyện chúng mình ngày xưa anh đi bằng chiều thu vắng đến thu này thì mộng tàn phai